Today's flight is an incredibly special one, and not just because it's a beautiful ride on Breeze Airways' brand new Airbus A220. This flight marks the re-inauguration of non-stop service between Tulsa and New Orleans, a route Breeze initially launched in 2021 but quietly discontinued in the months that followed. But today, it's back, and with it, a new generation of aircraft and a renewed sense of excitement. Breeze Airways Flight 751, operated by a 2-month-old Airbus A220-300, is helping reconnect the two underrated southern cities and style. Welcome everybody to Tulsa International Airport. I'm super excited to fly another inaugural flight with Breeze Airways, and this time it's service from Tulsa to New Orleans. A very unique service, and it's coming back in style. With that being said, let's make our way to the Big Easy, everybody. The vibes at Tulsa were absolutely electric. Balloons, branded swag, and a full Breeze Airways crew at the gate welcomed passengers back onto this re-inaugurated route. In addition, we had Plane Spotter DK and the entire Tulsa crew in attendance. November 223 Bravo Zulu is our ride for today, one of Breeze's latest Airbus A220 deliveries. In fact, it was only delivered 2 months prior. You could still smell the new plane freshness. This is my first time flying an Airbus A220, and the experience was super special being an inaugural flight, even though it was technically their second attempt at the route. I boarded and took seat 3A, one of the Ascent class recliners at the front of the cabin. Breeze configures its Airbus A220s in a 2-2 layout up front, perfect for both solo travelers and couples. We're going to be departing from gate B9 at Tulsa International, scheduled for a 2:20 p.m. departure, though we did push back just a few minutes behind schedule. The legroom here is very solid, plenty of space to stretch out, and the seat padding was surprisingly plush, better than many legacy domestic first class seats. The finishing touches are simple but clean, and the tray table and armrests were sturdy. Making our way the runway 18 left under partly cloudy skies. The ramp was active, and the afternoon sun gave all kinds of vibe to a bright golden hue. Takeoff was at 2:38 p.m. and the Pratt & Whitney PW PW1524G engines let out a deep, thrustic instantly one of the favorite engine sounds in the narrow-body world. Wide away, the views were stunning. Towering cumulonimbus thunderstorms clouds hung off in the distance, adding contrast to an epic summer scenery below. At altitude, the Airbus A220 certainly shows off its strengths. The cabin is roomy for a single aisle jet, and the quietness in cruise was impressive, even in the forward cabin. Those large windows offered a perfect look at the clouds forming below, and the ride was smooth for most of the way. The interior lighting is calming, and overall, the aircraft just feels modern and comfortable. My seat continued to impress, giving great support on the back, excellent recline, and all of what we felt in between with well padded and thought out for a 2-hour hop. Breeze Airways commenced operations back in May 2021, initially flying second-hand Embraer 190s and E195s, mostly leased from Azul Airlines. Their strategy is simple: connect underserved cities with non-stop, low-fare options. With the introduction of the Airbus A220, it changed the game, offering better fuel efficiency, more seats, and certainly longer range. it gave Breeze the ability to relaunch markets like Tulsa to New Orleans and do it sustainably. In addition, really cool routes like Jacksonville to Los Angeles have become a reality for Breeze with the Airbus A220. This service was reintroduced in September of 2023 and operated twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. Unfortunately, Breeze Airways pulled out altogether from the Tulsa International Airport by the end of the year. While it was sad to see Breeze Airways go, this video acts as a nice time capsule, and I'm very hopeful to see them return in the future. The market has certainly changed, and I do think Breeze Airways would do well in the new structure at Tulsa. Service today was light but appreciated. A bag of popcorn and bottled water was handed out in the Ascent class. It was a short flight, and the crew stayed cheerful despite a few light bumps over the Gulf region. As we began our descent into New Orleans, the scenery shifted drastically. We moved from farmlands and rivers into wetlands, marshes, and swamp-like terrain, a fitting visual welcome to New Orleans. So let's go ahead and evaluate the entire experience, everybody. First and foremost, I want to give Breeze Airways a huge shout out for the incredible service. They certainly have made tremendous strides over the last several years, becoming a more reliable, low-cost option, and Breeze Airways certainly has that Breeze feel, right? Easy convenience, really reliable aircraft, and overall, they've done a great job to really turn into a very good low-cost option for passengers. I also think Breeze Airways takes several cool pieces of aviation and really does a good job showcasing it. Like, you have the Southwest convenience aspect to it, but then you have the first class aspect to it, right? So there's so many different classes of service, and I think Breeze Airways really caters to so many various types of travelers. Whether you're a family on a budget and you just want the pure lowest price, like your Allegiant, Frontier, and Spirit, or if you want a little bit of a nicer experience, whether that's some extra legroom on your seat or just a complete first class type seat in general on those longer flights from Jacksonville to Los Angeles, I certainly think Breeze Airways has you covered, and I really admire their effort to cater to so many types of travelers, and I really feel like the model has went well. So huge shout out to Breeze, really appreciate their service, and definitely excited to see what their expansions will look like in the future. As we know, they cover quite a wide array of air service. They're doing some essential air service routes now, like cities like Washington and Dulles, but they're also flying plenty of leisure cities. They've grown tremendously in cities like Orlando, Tampa, and now they're even taking some routes out of Burbank. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next with Breeze, and I'm certainly really eager to see what the entire scope's going to look like. There's no doubt that Breeze Airways is bringing quite a difference to passengers, and this really nice Ascent seat really shows it off in various ways. The other big note that I really want to make is it's so affordable to have a really good experience. I think I only paid an additional $50 or so for this seat, and man, it's impressive. You can just see the seat padding, the legroom, all of what we talked about through the trip report. It's impressive, and it's so cool to see Breeze Airways bring this at a price point. So there's so many various travelers that Breeze is catering to, and especially with multiple routes that you're seeing multiple weekly frequencies on, I think it's safe to say that Breeze Airways is going to continue to thrive in so many markets and serving some really cool routes like, out of New Orleans, once again, Burbank, and so many examples. It's going to be so cool to see what they're going to do in the future. So great shout out to Breeze Airways. They've definitely become more reliable since I made the last video, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen next. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get ready to land here at the New Orleans International Airport, everybody. We'll be coming in from the northwest and landing over there on their main runway, the east-west runway. I think it's runway 2. So very excited, and again, the scenery is definitely changing here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and smoothly land here at the New Orleans International Airport. I really hope you all enjoyed the Breeze Airways assessment. It's quite an awesome carrier. This Ascent seat is immaculate. Just take a look at all the views. It's so nice. There's some great shelves, and overall, just a great product. But with that said, let's not waste any further time and go ahead and touch down, everybody. I really hope you all enjoyed this landing, as it was a super cool one. We touched down 30 minutes behind schedule at 4:30 p.m. flying around thunderstorms, capping off a beautifully smooth flight. The taxi was short, and we were soon pulling into gate A1 at KMSY's glimmering new terminal. This re-inaugural flight felt like more than just a plane ride. It was a sign that regional connectivity can be done right, especially with the right aircraft. From the comfortable seating to the incredible A220 ride quality to the epic summer views, this was easily one of my favorite short-haul flights in recent memory. Thank you everybody for flying along here with Breeze Airways Flight 751 on the re-inaugural service on the A220 from Tulsa to New Orleans. I'm excited to continue pushing through the backlog of flights, and we'll certainly keep the grind going through the rest of the year. Hopefully we'll be able to cover all of 2023 here and get into the really cool West Coast and California trip along with Hawaii coming up very soon. With that being said, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust process. Do eat the love and love you do. My name's CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.